There is a party tonight at school. Want to come? Two girls around 18.
There's someone here. Oh my God, they got Amanda. Dad, they're coming.
I can hear them. I will kill you.
Good luck.
Hi, my name is Becca Wills, and I survived Hurricane Katrina. This is my story. On Friday night, August 26th, some of us boarded up our houses. Others in town were saying that they didn't want to overreact to the hurricane forecast. But I was running around like crazy, yelling, "This is a Category 4 hurricane. Everybody needs to take cover." Saturday, I evacuated my friend's house with my 60-year-old mother and my 15-year-old niece and my sister-in-law. We packed clothes, food, water. We also had axes, an extension ladder, and flares. That way we could cut our way out of the roof if necessary. As a reporter, I covered so many hurricane stories where people were trapped in their attic because the rising water was so high and they couldn't find a way out of there. So I really didn't want that to happen to us. On Sunday, the news showed that the eye of the hurricane was heading towards our exact location. That night before the TV went out, a report said, "It's looking better for New Orleans and the very worst for the Gulfport area." After hearing that, I said to everybody, "I want you to forgive me now because I think I made a mistake. I'm afraid we're all going to have to fight for our lives." But everybody was calm. They all went to bed, but I couldn't sleep. At 1 a.m., wind started pummeling through the house. I woke everybody up and we listened to the radio. We learned that all 3 of the emergency operations centers were washed away. That's when we knew we were in big trouble. Then we lost the radio, of course. All night I've been watching a giant pine tree in my neighbor's yard. It had been bending mightily, but it had stayed rooted. Suddenly I heard a huge crack, and I yelled, "Run!" Seconds later, the tree smashed through the house. We had escaped to the master bedroom closet in the center of the house. My sister-in-law decided to take the mattress off the bed and lean it on top of my mother and my niece to protect us. Then we noticed that the walls were heaving, so we raced around the house, opening every window we could find to relieve the pressure. Looking outside, we watched in horror of the house being behind us turn into what looked like a living, breathing monster. The roof lifted and the house would expand, and then the roof would fall. Finally, the house exploded. It was terrible. It was devastating. The next day, we drove out to see what happened. The wind was strong enough to buffet my little Ford Escape. We drove to the center of the town, where drowned power lines were strewn about. When we turned towards my street, all I saw was a big lake where there had once been houses, trees, roads, a town where I used to live. So we tried to enter from the other end, but there was so many fallen trees, and a man with a chainsaw kept trying to get through the trees so we could get through. Finally, about 3 miles from my property, we were stopped by debris, the remains of what had been beautiful homes with tattered curtains, blown from shattered windows, and overturned furniture covered in mud. We walked through the debris, and it was devastating. It was the worst day of my life, I'm pretty sure. I will never forget the day that Hurricane Katrina destroyed my town.
Unlike animals in this story, the man uses knowledge rather than instinct. For example, the man ventures alone in the Yukon Territory in the freezing weather, even when he's warned not to. Another example from the text is the encounter with Henderson Creek. The man has acquired the knowledge to know to proceed with caution. In the story, the dog trusts his instincts, only because the animals cannot obtain knowledge as the man can. The dog is fully aware of the dangers present in the freezing weather, but is also more aware of how to handle such situations. The dog is also built more burly and has a fluffy, warm fur.